EDG play Enchanted Crystal Arrow setup, even if, you know, Assum isn't doing great. They are just going to let it through. Wow. Even if he's not doing great, he would provide a ton of value with that Enchanted Crystal Arrow. And there you go. First pick, Ashe.
All right, you got Ziggs and Jhin up as responses. And when you let a champion this strong through at this phase of Fearless Draft, then it is warranted, like, hey, what do you have ready to respond?
Yeah.
You got to expect there's something in the tank here. But, yeah, I mean, jury's out. We're going to have to see what is
Gotta pick it
fourth,
Elk. Gotta pick it fourth, man.
Well, you can't really pick it 4 here. Hey, Wukong, champion that has been denied from Xiaohao throughout the series. Going to be locked in for Wei. And I think that we will see Jhin at some point in this draft, too. Just of all the MF, or I said MF, all the Ashe answers that are left, no Ezreal, no Varus, no MF. You got to imagine that it's got to be Jhin or Ziggs.
And I'm sure they're going to grab it in the first phase, kind of have that response here, because we were talking about earlier in the series as well that, you know, typically we either see bot lane picked in the first phase or the second phase just to try to get it out of the way or play towards those flexible strengths. I do really like the Wukong for Wei. I think it's going to provide him a lot of strength on the map. We've already seen that pay off against Xiaohao to pressure him as well. I also just want to see Xiaohao given another option like the Viego, give him something that he can mechanically perform on, because right now, even though things haven't been going well for him, I still feel like mechanically he's been the best performing player with Angel on the team so far today.
Okay, yeah, I mean, it's been okay for Xiaohao, as I think the Viego, he wasn't exactly the best, but the Lee Sin, we'll see if it is good into the Wukong, and oh boy, Ans Rakan coming on through with Wukong. I think that's a really tough start already here for EDG, as the synergy you get from Wukong, being invis with a clone, you can piggyback off of that with Rakan, a combo off the knockups. Both ways, if it's Rakan engage, Wukong follow, or vice versa, both feel really good. So I do think it's a good start to the draft here.
I know this is kind of going back in time a little bit, but did they just forget that they played against Ambessa maybe because they don't respect it?
I don't know. I can't explain that one.
I'm still questioning it, man. Still questioning it.
They're going to have to explain that one for all of us.
Yeah, I hope so. Maybe post-game interview question or something. We do have the kind of mid lane focus here in the second phase. I think rightfully so. I think Knight has had a hell of a day. Honestly, was in the conversation if Ben didn't play tank Jace last game to be that double MVP so far. And I wonder if that mid lane focus is still going to go through.
You could ban away Ahri here. Another good combo with Lee Sin. I would love to see them set up for an Orianna pick. As only one ban needed. Just gonna take away the Blanc. And I think Orianna would be a really good deny here. Again, the synergy with Wukong, the Rakan, and the ability to have that ball, that control to try and keep Ashe at bay would be really strong. So I think a Orianna ban's warranted from EDG.
Wonder, because I mean that ball delivery would be crazy, especially with the clone, like you're saying. I wonder though now if you're looking at it, what these solo lanes could look like for EDG, because you're obviously not going to get counter pick, right? So you're going to have to go with that double grab and try to find something that can at least set up ZDZ and Angel for some kind of success, because especially Angel being a little bit more the consistent performer.
Oh wow!
Ben is going to lock in the Gnar here for game number 3.
Let's see. No Rumble, no Ambessa, no Tank Jace into it. Silas also is a option in the Gnar if you want to go real way far back. GP would be interesting. It would really help. At least it fit with the style. I don't love this in the bin though. I think challenging bin. Oh, okay. We're throwing down the gauntlet here, man.
Dropped. Let's
bit of a skill matchup.
Bilgewater gauntlet.
Yeah, it's a bit of a skill matchup. Barrels being contested, definitely an option. I mean, we are just asking to get Orianna if we're going to Talia here. I will also say that. All right.
Oh, no.
Play the Orianna Knight. Come on.
I love that they give counter pick tonight, though, man. This guy is just on another level in the LPL. And he's looking to go with a classic of his own, potentially.
Ahri's good. It's an option. It's still a good matchup in the... Oh!
We got the Swain! Let's go!
You wanted it bot. Will you have it mid, though?
I don't care. I just want Swain. Oh, let's go, baby.
Someone must have been like, Knight, you can't play two, drain tank mids in the same series. And he's like, watch me. He goes from Vlad to Swain in these 2 games.
He's played 3 games competitively as Swain.
Oh my
He's
god.
just gonna pull it. Dude, I'm telling you, Knight is on his villain arc. He's tired of being this humble king. He's gonna emote over people. He's gonna stutter step over. He's gonna pick Vlad into you. He's gonna pick Swain into. This guy, again, if you haven't been here the whole time we've been talking about this guy, he is potentially, with this year of play, going to do something that no LPL player has ever done in terms of titles won. And I think it's so important to highlight when you have a generational talent like Knight. Even if that international success is not there, this guy is the golden left hand of the LPL at this point, and he's looking at greatness on the cusp.
He is a beast of a player. And I mean, the fact that, again, you have the solo lanes of Bid and Knight, you can do things like blind Gnar in this format, because, you know, why not? We can just do it and get away with it. It's fine. Man, this is gonna be a fun one. I gotta say, I still really feel like Orianna would have been the pick if this is a game 5 of a series, but Knight, he wanted the Swain, and you know what? After what Knight's done so far in this series, with arguably, you know, double MVPs, give him the Swain. Let's see what happens.
He gets to do what he wants, man. He gets to do what he wants. I'm excited. I hope we get to see a little bit of life, a little bit of a spark for EDG here, just to give us a little something. Maybe even bring us to more games. But right now, that pedestal is very far out of reach for EDG. And again, it's the difference of what these two teams are looking for in 2025. It's BLG versus EDG, Game 3.
Oh, heck of a level 1 here, too. You have to be a little bit wary of Braum, but they're just going to have on face check, and they can get a bait. Yep. Oh, my God. They got a flash from there.
Oh, no. I mean, loses a lot, but he'll be able to reset. They need to follow this up.
Oh, wait. Gonna get chased down.
They got the concussed balls. You literally can't run away from this combo, although they are doing so. And no follow-through from EDG. I thought they were so close to forcing out some more summoner spells there.
Okay, so On did pop the heal. I think Wink could have followed up with the heal there in order to secure a concussive blows proc. Might have been an option. A couple of interesting things, though, right off the bat. First off, ZDZ starting with a mana crystal. So really going to try and pop those parlays. And then also Knight, no TP, has Flash and Ghost.
That's the tech, man. They can't run away from you.
I got to say, in the new season, I was running this by a couple mid laners. Because the TP is so slow before it evolves, I'm wondering if you could just ghost back to lane and have that be about equivalent, and then have that combat summoner. And of course, on Swain, also very reliant on move speed within the fights. We'll see if this, you know, ends up being big.
He's got the cool skin.
Tough to combo him. Yeah.
There's a lot of chest hair there. Oh, I love it. I already got it. The guy, he is terrifying. Also, you saw there in the graphic, those graphics, if you haven't been a part of the LPL community, those are just telling you when the last time the champion was played and by who. All the way in 2023 was the last time we saw Swain mid. And we get another one by Knight himself. You know, it's so funny he's playing Swain because Swain has that, like, corrupted left hand. So it's kind of cool. But we do look at the map state here. We did have that kind of lane swap set up. Both junglers starting on mirrored sides of the map. And that pathing is going to be super important, especially for Xiaohao.
You can see the swap is on. Also matching the swap. Solo XP going to be secured by the GP and Elk on the Jhin. We'll say ZDZ, if he's able to swap back into the Gnar with an XP advantage, could be nice for him, as GP does have the ability to push around Gnar. It's just a lot of this matchup based on barrels and contesting barrels. This Angel, good setup.
Oh my goodness.
Very well played. Very well played.
Hey, you can capitalize on that combo early on between these two. You can absolutely get an advantage, and they do so onto Knight himself.
Hey, Knight did burn both summoner spells level 1 between the skirmish and that walk into lane from Assum and Wink, which is well played. So, like to see Angel, creative way to set up that gank with the Q slow, and then Lee Sin, of course, being there. Good use of flash from Angel to take down the Swain, and with no TP, Knight's got to walk back. It's going to hurt a little bit. Meanwhile, Wei looking for the dive on Z2Z, but he knows about it. That ward. See if they still go for it. That ward
was really nice. He's got the fourth shot from Elk, though. Elk will go ahead and tank some of the turret shots, but yeah, they don't really have much damage if Elk is the one that has to run away.
They might do it again. I think it was...
There it is. Oh, my goodness. He gets the heal back. One more tap, and Wei will get a response kill for BLG.
Yeah, that is very, very well played by BLG. I love how they went for the 4th shot, let the barrel hit, right person tanked it, just reset that dive and hit it again. Really, really well done.
Use the barrel to get the next 4th shot too. Like, that's just crazy.
That's really well done.
Jin's my goat. Jin's my goat. I can finally profess my love on a broadcast because we're not in official capacity. I can just talk about Jin all I want and not be reprimanded. No, I'll probably be reprimanded.
Yeah, I mean, our boss is asleep, so, you know.
True.
I won't share. You know, we're going to watch you get away with this one. That said, Angel not letting Knight get away with no summoner spells, as that chest hair, he was asleep in that one.
What does the chest hair have to do with it?
I don't know. You brought it up first. This is on you.
I appreciate the full circle here. Thank you.
It looked like he was asleep.
True. I mean, hey, he kind of was. He does have the ghost back up now, but Angel's getting some really good combos, and that's what some of the lack of range will do to you as Swain if you're taking into these kind of mage matchups. See a little bit more pressure on bot side as well from EDG. Decent setup. So, I mean, we're only 5 minutes in. All right, it's not far, but EDG are playing well through their lanes, at least to now.
I have gotten back into the standard lanes. I think important to note, Swifty's already secured for Elk. Really going to help out against the Ashe Braum lane. Of course, a lot of strategy around that. It's about stacking up the slows. As at the moment, my eyes are on mid. I know the camera's not there, but it looks like Xiaohao took a path towards mid, but they were not able to secure kill on the Knight. That said, Knight did burn his ghost to get out of that. So we'll see if it ends up being a rinse and repeat here.
The Grubby Tubbies.
Yeah, that's
what are we learning in episode 1 of the Grubby Tubbies?
We're in game 3. How is this episode 1? We had Grubageddon in the last game.
This episode, and we did have Grubageddon. It is going to be Xiaohao starting that one up. Wei was actually potentially looking for a mid lane play, but Xiaohao will just secure this first one. Try to potentially contest. I mean, the Lee Sin has some serious dueling strength early on. Oh, Assum. He overstepped it a little bit. Does have to burn his flash from it. The Deadly Flare is followed up. But now, oh, Knight! Knight has to burn his Demonic Ascension. Does make it out alive. Xiaohao almost picking off Knight again. BLG will secure the last 2 grubs of the first set.
Yeah, a big thing about that grub skirmish was ZDZ did not have teleport, so Bin was able to TP into the top lane, guaranteed a numbers advantage for BLG, so Xiaohao only able to pick up the 1. Braum was looking to answer, but Wink just ended up doing the cross-country mile to mid and then back bot, and wasn't really able to get much for his time.
Oh, the slows, the angle, the TP.
It's coming in. It's coming in.
It's on the way. We'll see if Angel can get off this Weaver's wall as well. God, the TP takes so long to get there. It's so long.
I will say that with a champion like Talia, the changes to TP could be really big in some games because you do have the option to get behind people and really try and set up these big plays. But that trap really clutched there from Elk to spot Talia, making her way to the bot lane. Angel going to drop away for this, going to give Knight some reprieve and open things back up yet again for BLG.
That gives me some promise, though. I love to see Angel at least having a little bit of consistency. He has been, able to give a little bit of a tussle tonight here or there. And necessarily some good outplays as well in some of those games, but it's just been tough sledding for EDG as a whole, and that just shows some of the dominance that this BLG team is bringing into 2025. But when you look at some of those core pieces for EDG, I know a big one for us was kind of focusing on Xiaohao, but I do think, Angel and Wink deserve a lot of focus as well. Wink maybe not having the best start to his 2025 here in this series, but Angel, a guy that, was a part of that OMG Summer Miracle run that unfortunately ended in tragedy. But it really was a situation where Angel was the best piece of that OMG team, and I'm glad that he's trying to get another start on EDG.
I mean, again, a very storied player that we have in the LPL has been that rock goes wide. He can't pick that one back up because it missed. That's a problem.
He can pick up a teammate, though, and Wei shows up. Cyclones ZDZ straight to death with a little swing of his quarterstaff, and on dies bot lane to Xiaohao.
Well, that's at least a nice pickup.
Whoa, Elk, that was bold as he's going for a 4-shot combo.
He knows he's going to get dove. Yeah.
He has flash. Maybe he can get the outplay.
Angel's coming
I've seen Jin win these.
He's not getting out of this.
I've seen Jin win these. No, I haven't. Never seen it in my life. This Knight's actually going to pop the Demonic Ascension onto Angel, but Angel's just going to be running down because Xiaohao's right here. But look how much Knight does early.
Ooh.
He's going to get a nice little move out of the never move. And Angel's still alive, going to hit these. And okay, they aren't good. They're going to turn back around. There's a lot of warning, a lot of coverage down here from BLG. A little bit of action early, leading to the favor of EDG.
Yeah, I still really favor, though, the game state of where BLG's at. Like, again, the scaling they have this game. You can kite out Swain, but Ashe somewhat plays within the range of Swain. If a Raiwai's Crystal Scepter is picked up, then it gets really tough to space the Swain, as we're going to see on... Okay, this is... What?
He didn't even get it. Come on, bro.
He ain't tried to.
Oh my god. Sunk cost fallacy.
I think An was doing his best Lee Sin impression with the bandana over his eyes there.
That's actually so funny.
Led to the death of his bot laner as well, unfortunately. As it's a lose-lose scenario here for the BLG bot lane. It's still... An just sticking it for the ward it's different. he just didn't care.
That's the On we know and love, all right? That's the On we know and love. But
like, don't worry, guys. I'm Rakan, W's Braum in his face with concussive blows on and Ashe like hovering down from mid.
It's fine.
Don't worry about it, guys. I can get out.
Grub's just started up episode 2 here of this game. This is going to be the first one claimed again by Xiaohao. They want to try to claim a little bit more. Again, you want those 4 Grubs to try to get those spawns going for yourself. BLG going to be taking that 3rd one. Can they get another? There's going to be the Enchanted Crystal arrow through. Wait, looking for the angle. Oh, no! Assum you've overextended and you've been shot. As now Wei is getting locked down by Angel and co. Wink is trying to help him out there, but I don't think he can do it. Winks can't find an escape lane. And there you go. El cleans it up. Has 4 shot available. Oh, Xiaohao. Xiaohao, you don't know what's coming for you. Okay. He heard the chest hair rumble, you know? Yes, I got him. I broke Cubby.
Oh, well, unfortunately, the Grub is going to be broken by BLG, as Wei's going to make sure it's a 4-2 advantage in favor of BLG. And with that Trinity Force completed for the Wukong, Wei might be a problem. And it was a pretty good start to the fight from Wei as he stayed hidden in the pit. Yeah, that's a really, really good engage. Of course, Assum didn't have flash up from that a past fight in the bot lane. OG doing a good job of tracking that and taking down the valuable member of EDG first.
Man, and then he gets Wake after with a follow-through auto attack too. Oh, that is just bad news bears for EDG. Things were looking like their heads were above water there. Now maybe a little bit less so. About 1,200 gold lead or so for BLG so far, but we're getting close to those feats of strength being procured as Knight is looking to push down this top side, get this first turret with all the plates too, and BLG are here in force.
Angel going to come up and play defense, but it's a little bit too late. And again, I talked earlier in the series, the last game, EDG had a 6-0 Grub advantage. I did mention, you know, overload a side lane, like go use those Grubs and how much damage you get to do to turrets to your favor. Well, BLG textbook here as Wink's trying to delay, but going to get caught.
Yeah, he does have the exit strategy with Angel being there. Xiaohao's on his way and Assum.
Oh, ECA.
Pop that arrow. Barely misses Knight. Knight actually got a little bit of stack there. Hits the never move. Oh, nice denial from Angel. That was actually so beautiful. Now Wei gets kicked back and decimated by Xiaohao.
Shout out to Wink. So what BLG is trying to do there is... Oh, hold on. The play continues. Weaver's Wall is cast. Knight does that flash.
He wanted to try to get the angle, but instead just goes for on pop the quickness. Xiaohao looking for more. Angel's the one that claims that one. Big never move from Knight, and he gets hit by the turret. The turret's doing so much work with the new changes. It is pumping, and so is Knight. Looking for more on the Wink, and there you go. The synergy with Swain is just on point. The golden left hand is strong. And Angel will get the little shutdown. Like he wanted to get the never move one more time. He was laughing at his cam, but it's still an outplay for Knight.
Oh, the Raiwai is there. I don't think he had it yet, but it was clutch the way that Knight was able to play that one out. I like the play from EDG. I do want to start there because BLG has Grub advantage. They overloaded top lane. They got the turret down. The plan is to get a reset and go bot and just continue the snowball. As, Assum.
Fourth shot.
Try and hold the flash.
Deadly flourish. Not there. Okay, nice
they
blocks. Yeah, he needs to cancel.
That's okay.
Out now.
Yeah, well played by Assum to hold the flash, but I really... Oh, that... Okay, heal burn. Heal... Or no
that
heal.
Was
okay,
so
never mind.
Close.
It's not
yeah,
calculated.
No heal. Yeah, just,
maybe the...
Oh! How's that for a deadly flourish, Cubby?
EDG are just getting styled on, man. I don't know what else to say. I know BLG usually styles on whoever they face in the LPL, but
that's a
maybe it's just the fact that we haven't
right
seen
there.
him yet, but especially
is a collector
today.
Diff.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, Assum is eating himself with that one. He's feeling real anxious after that. That feels bad.
Well, BLG, I think they're still looking to make this a quick day for us up here on the caster desk, Mazel, as EDG running out of options. I will say that their scaling is okay this game. I think that if they can buy space with the Gangplank, with the Ashe, with the Braum, they have a chance. So BLG's engage is going to have to be good, but they don't know where Wei's at now. And you're up against this many slows. It's about the angles you take. Wei now spotted.
He was about to just go straight for Angel. He's like, I might just have the angle here. As
they caught CDZ though.
Oh my God, Meganar into Angel, but now Ben doesn't really have any exit tools. Heal got used there. As ZDZ getting locked down. Fourth shot coming in. Wei just going for the kill. ZDZ getting caught in transition here, and Wei's just gonna chase him down. Yep. Another big swing of the quarterstaff, and EDG have signaled the white flag, but it might have been a little bit too late. Angel's gonna block off there, almost gets tagged, as now they're actually moving through here into the bushes. There's the Glacial Fissure to stop any forward momentum.
Knight was trying, man. If that never move would have caught Khalil off the wall, now that would have been on the LPL highlight reel for the rest of the split. But oh man, I mean, BLG looking to make this again a 3-0, and it feels like any play or attempts that EDG have in this one just get answered as okay, gonna get another
the level up.
Yeah, it was the level up. Okay,
it was the level up.
It was close. That's why I thought he was popped, but Elk's like, you know
blind.
what?
That is literally fully blind. That
through
is
the minion
wild.
wave. He's like, why not? Throws it out there, ends up picking him up, and yeah, this got a little bit funky, but in transition, ZDZ was caught, and good turn from BLG to just recognize this and take him down.
Elk gets another deadly flourish there. Honestly, styling on the Jhin. Really like the follow through with Wei though, and that's what enables this team. That's why a big conversation coming into this was the stabilization at the jungle role. What Wei brings to the table here in combination with Knight and playing to his star players. Knight's just doing his own thing on bot lane now. There's going to be a TP channel by ZDZ because there's no more never move. But the Dragon should get started up by BLG, and Wei has been consistently able to play positively with Knight and Ben.
Yeah, I think overall we're happy with this trade. I gotta say, I'm not exactly sure where we're at in terms of feats of strength, because the grubs were split each time.
So it's every 3 grubs. So that
it's every 3 grubs.
Be 1 more neutral, or 1 more epic. Sorry.
Okay, so we're 2-2. Okay, 2-2 it is.
I think we're 1-2. BLG 2.
Oh right. I cannot read. I saw that the 2 grubs, and we lost it anyway. ZDZ gonna have to burn his ult to clear the wave. ECA trying to find a way, but good discipline by BLG to recognize tools coming their way, call off the dive. They can rinse and repeat next wave if they so choose, or look elsewhere. We'll say they have to be wary of top lane Knight. Try and play this wave, and I think EDG has other plans.
He has flash. Maybe try to get. He's just gonna go for the flash play after the slow as well from the Rallies. Oh my goodness, he's smoothing. He pops the ghost though and the flash, so he won't have both of the thunders.
I think if he threw out the never move before he flashed there, trying to dodge out on the W from Talia, or he could have got himself hit by that W, quite frankly, might have been okay. There is a world where I think he can actually survive that as the Swain, but not the case. Wondering what he's going to go next. I think Blackfire Torch, probably what makes sense here. Just trying to impact everyone on the Swain, scale off that AP, and go from there. So...
yeah, I think that's typically the build path as well.
Yeah, sometimes you see like Leandri's if it's tank team, but
true.
It would be Torch. Yeah.
True. Now we are almost, I think, also on 2 items for Elk, or getting close. Yeah, no, he is on 2 items. So that's the rapid fire. Can actually put up with the range here, if there is going to be any, from Angel and Assum. Wink trying to get a little bit of vision control, but maybe overextending his hand. He's not gonna fall to the on trap, like on fell to the weak trap. The only problem here is that I don't think BLG have the damage to do an Atacon, like honestly at any point anytime soon. So maybe that objective delays the game a little bit more, even though BLG are still ahead about 2K.
Well, we'll see. BLG has had a couple of interesting decisions tonight, Mazel. And I must say, so far, it's helped the entertainment level of the games. So you have to respect it.
I'm here for it. I'm always here for it. Ooh, Elk's going to burn his flash in mid lane, trying to get away from Angel there. There's really just a little bit of a hold around mid lane happening right now, as there's no real objective besides Atacon to play towards. Bin, he's surrounded down here, but he initiates the combat into ZDZ, gets away from his barrel, and Xiaohao jumping over to ZDZ. Now Bin has the Meganar, looking for the combo into the wall. Is just looking for the fight now too, goes for the wallop, and now you have the cannon barrage on top. But big enchanted crystal arrow from across the way, even with the big open curtain there from the side of Elk. It's not going to be enough damage, and he gets stopped by the Talia wall, and now he's flanked by Assum. And unfortunately, Jin does not win a 1-on-1 or even a 2-on-1 in that situation. There is going to be an escape by On, who just made it out alive over Elk, but that's a really big play from EDG to get something going.
That was a big enchanted crystal arrow coming out from Assum, because it prevented Bin from contesting the rest of the barrels. Now, with that said, all the commitment being thrown into the bot lane will ensure the Atacon goes over to BLG on the top side. As Wei, okay, he's got to, get out of that. Atacon does a lot of damage, especially if you don't have people DPSing. So it will be a pickup for BLG, but frankly, a decent trade, and especially given the game for EDG, a game where it feels like they're a little bit behind, feels like the scaling is not super in their favor. I think this was a good play from them.
I said it in draft, and I think it holds absolutely true, especially after this one. The Assum Enchanted Crystal Arrows, even if he's not having an impact as a specific champion, which he already is, the Enchanted Crystal Arrows do so much to unlock the likes of Xiaohao, and they're able to get a really good.
Yeah, that was rather sound coming out there from Assum, so not bad. As again, EDG at this point, trying to look for anything they can pick up, but really looking forward to see what BLG can do here, as they have Atacon, and we'll see how aggressive they want to play with this bot.
So you do get it even if you're dead. Elk still has it, and he was dead.
Yeah.
Ooh, Assum gonna burn his flash there as well.
And keep in mind, game 1 of the series, like, this is what helped blow the game up for BLG. Is good side stuff by Elk.
That was so close. If Elk gets hit by that, he has to burn the cleanse, I think there. There's Dragon coming up. Let's see who is going to take it again. BLG, one neutral, or one epic monster, rather, away from getting those feats of strength. Maybe at this point, not even that big of a boon, but they're just going to keep pressure in mid lane anyways, and potentially move down to this Dragon.
BLG does have a decent position on this Dragon so far, as Elk actually not going to be able to chain things up. Of course, the Swain and the Jhin can interact very well together, especially with the Rywise that never move, makes it really easy to line up with Deadly Flourish.
Shelly, no!
Yeah, Shelly's been over 2 for EDG here.
If Xiaohao steals this, this is feats of strength for EDG, and it's feats of strength for BLG. So trying to get over this, trying to get some steal going. They're going to pull out the Dragon. Knight's getting low already. There's a lot on the table here, but it's going to be left on the table by EDG. EDG is going to be run down by Bin. This is where BLG can play super aggressive. They have the Atacon respawns, and they're going to pop everything here. As Knight going down, gets a quick trip back to base. Wei's going for the kill, gets the money, and gets away. Still has his GA, and EDG, they do get a 1-for-1.
Knight kind of used his face to zone, and the buff, he's back. Just donated 100 gold to make sure that Wei could go under the turret and pick up a kill, as, that's on a ward.
The stop of the back on the ward, and the kickback on, going for the grand entrance to get away, but that grand entrance was ended overtly by Assum.
buff expired too, so that's actually a good kill pickup for EDG. We'll see if they can do anything with that. Of course, only the support, but should allow them to fix mid lane and definitely bot lane as better than nothing.
And we're a dead even game, Cubby. 24 minutes in. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Last night, game 3 was the closest game of the series. Still ended up falling, LGD did. Now BLG being pushed into game 3 by EDG. Closest game I feel like we've had so far, almost 25 minutes in. And EDG, they found a strategy. Again, I said give the sticks to Xiaohao and Angel and something can happen. And we're actually seeing it unfold here.
It's not, I mean, it's not been bad. We've seen some of it. I think the Wii Sin pick has been pretty decent from Xiaohao, as it feels like he's been able to make some plays. And it's not usually the combo we see with Talia, but they've made it work. That said, he's got to do something crazy later on, because if Ashe is taken out of the fights first, I think that's really the key for BLG.
Ooh, they all just went straight into that cannon barrage.
That's tough. Yeah, good contest there from Elk on some of the barrels. But I think big plan for BLG, just get Ashe out of the fight first. If that happens, you should be able to play the rest of it out pretty easily. And again, they do have some good range to try and set things up. And Wukong is going to be a beast in this game. So pick the scales very well from the jungle. And Wei is in really good position in this game.
CTZ moves maybe looking for an angle. That's a Chad control ward if I've ever seen one, just sitting there right in the open, begging to be attacked, but also keeping Bin very safe. He also has the TP available. Baron is on the table. EDG keeping a lot of presence around mid lane right now. Okay, Xiaohao gets the Cyclone out of Wei. That's actually a big one.
Small win, but you can see the angle that On has. On's not been spotted yet. To take out a control ward. On actually, okay, as the Ocean Soul, wasn't in a dicey spot, able to hide himself, but I do like On and BLG looking for angles. Again, I think that is really key for BLG in this game. If you fight head-on into Ashe, Braum, Talia, GP, that's a lot of slows that you got to get through. So really important that BLG are able to find angles. I do think they're going to have to play through and around objectives in order to get EDG into the river, to bait them into good positions for BLG. So look out for that.
Wei takes away the Scuttle Crab, and unfortunately, Xiaohao is sad. We do have second item coming through. That Leandries did end up getting completed by Knight. We're on third item, Lord Doms for Elk. Actually be doing damage now. And it's the Enchanted Crystal Valor that actually instantly gets cleansed by Elk, so he won't have that summer spell. Still has the flash. That's something to think about in the next fight.
For a second there, I thought things were going to get a little bit interesting. Not going to be the case, though. As On, of course, on the recon can be slippery. Gonna play around this Ashe Braum, but closest game we've had so far, quite frankly, Mazel, as a couple of big mid-game mistake from BLG did open things up for EDG, as they were a little bit split up and got chased down, and now we'll see if BLG can dig deep and get back. It's not like they're out of the game, but it's just not super positive. Bin gonna take bot inner in front of GP's face, ult him away, and use that Randuin's rather well, as now Assum
he wants to get the last shot. Okay, Wig comes in to save him. There you go. Good guy, Wig. Saving his carry. That's all that really matters.
That's fine. He can go back. He's getting free lifesteal from that, you know? That's the real
There
win.
you go. We do have Dragon coming up rather shortly. I know we don't have the timer up because Atacon seems to break the timers for some reason. But it is going to be coming up soon because you can see the little hourglass down there. So it would be a soul point for BLG. If they get soul point, it's not soul, obviously, but it gives them a lot of decision-making priority on the map for the foreseeable future. I want to see EDG contest this one.
Yeah, I don't think it's a quick Baron take at all for BLG. So Dragon expected. Decent pocket dug out from EDG. They're going to spot Wei as he tries to find the angle in the back half. And Xiaohao, he's got him.
Down. Yeah, he does have the angle on Wei, but Wei brings him into the pit there. Xiaohao jumping right back over Dragon.
Ooh, it pop Bin's Mega.
Reset. Yeah, that
EDG should just wait things out, because with no Mega and no Wukong ult, it might actually be hard for BLG to fight.
Oh, Elk! He doesn't get hit by the Glacial Fissure, but there's the Cannon
Good
Barrage
flash.
right onto him, and Elk is down. No more backline. Big never move there, and Knight maybe ticking up to be impossible to stop as he's going to look for even more, but actually ends up backing off with his Demonic Ascension. That's a massive pick for EDG, and it's going to get them the Dragon too.
Angel can TP back, and he was the stud of that fight. The flash forward to proc the concussive blows and secure the kill onto Elk was huge, not to mention the setup that made that happen in the first place. Well played from Angel, using that pocket on the bot side mid embankment brush to set things up against BLG over the wall.
Angel picking them up by their bootstraps. Almost 50 CS overnight. Having incredible angles, having incredible ideas. And Angel has always classically been a pretty damn good Talia. It's a really good angle on the L.
Yeah, fantastic. I don't think BLG quite calculated that.
He even gets the concussive blows fourth hit
exactly.
onto him too.
Yeah, that was what the flash was for. Great presence of mind from Angel to make that one work. And for BLG, I don't think they necessarily calculated what happens when you yoink back the never move. Angel was instantly able to respond, and kind of that brought him in range of some of BLG to actually set that play up.
Oh, and here we go again. We're not stopping anytime soon. As On almost gets caught there, it will be the Enchanted Crystal Arrow and the Weaver's Wall down. So a couple big ultimates not on the table here. There's already a fight kicking off now as well. Knight just doesn't do damage. He does consistent sustained damage. But against this comp, when they can just burst down, it's huge. But look at Wei. He wants the angle too. He realizes Angel was the saving grace for EDG, and he picked him out of his team. As now Elk has perfect angle for the follow-up here. Assum gets Meganard into the wall. And look at Knight just ticking away. Boom goes the bomb. And now ZDZ is cleaned house by Elk. Not a deadly flare is going to hit, but it is still a fight win for BLG.
And that's the angle that BLG were looking for with Wei. Again, you cannot fight this front to back. You have to find a way to get in the back line and shut someone down. Wei and On syncing up really well there onto Angel, and they were able to find Assum in the back half of fight 2. So that engage, I think it's really important that you take down Ashe or Talia right off the bat. And we saw once one of those big damage dealers was removed, there's no more threat to Bin. I will say the start of this fight a little bit scary because Knight, he's actually under-leveled to EDG's jungler. Has been grouped up quite a bit and pushed around some of the side lanes, but Wei with the flash right onto the Talia. And also that angle, Assum was stuck. There was nowhere that Ashe could go in the fight. Was able to DPS down Wei. But after this, that was the best flash possible, but Bin was already mega, able to get in the back line. And if you take away that Talia first, Bin, he's got the Randuins on this Gnar. It doesn't have MR yet, so by removing the magic damage first, it really helps enable Bin to push up in these fights to play as aggressively as he played that one. So I do like that a lot.
Little thing there, Knight using the Raptor Pit because the Demonic Ascension extends over that round edge of the Raptor Pit, so they cannot attack him, and he's still getting the sustain. That's just wild, man. This guy's on another level. We've talked about him so much, but he absolutely deserves a generational new talent and potentially one of the greatest players to ever be built in the LPL, and you'll love to see it. Now BLG trying to put a stamp on this one with a little bit of a lead for themselves, about 4,000 EDG. They are forcing their hand. That's already almost half health.
Oh, Knight spotted. That's going to give away their on Baron, I think.
It will, absolutely, but maybe it's not enough. Wei versus Xiaohao. If there's a moment to do it, it's now. Xiaohao gets it, and that's all 5 Baron buffs secured for EDG.
Good call and play from EDG. I like this a lot. Look at the scoreboard. There are no flashes up on any members in this game. EDG carving out that pocket makes it a lot harder for BLG to get behind and get around them in this game. Gutsy call by EDG, but I think it's the right one given the lack of flashes in the game. So really like them having the guts to call that one out. And good barrel, too, from ZDZ to just make sure that Wei couldn't get in range to even have a chance to smite steal that Baron away.
The denial, the plays, that kind of shot calling. This is the EDG. Why does it have to be in Game 3? This is the EDG that we wanted to see in any regard. Now we get a last-ditch effort to potentially continue this series. The lead is nothing here, but I'm looking at EDG to try to use this Baron buff efficiently. Right now they're collapsing onto Bin. Bin should be fine. He could also channel the TP if he wants to, but he has Meganard.
actually a big setup towards the top side here for EDG. On's got a massive flank.
They want to force them away from the dragon spawn.
Potentially, but BLG... Okay, they were looking mid there for a sec. I'm curious how hard they play this. ZDZ does have TP, and EDG is trying to carve out the pocket, but look where On's at. That's scary. He's got Sweeper going.
Well, he gets tagged. Xiaohao does not know that On is behind them. He does not have an exit right now, and now he will find out that Wei is feeling really spicy. That's a really nice Weaver's Wall to deny any more shots there. Wei versus Xiaohao. Maybe an important 1v1 that's turning into a fine topside. Knight goes down instantly. Assum is doing work with that Blade of the Ruined King on the healthy target. ZDZ gets taken out of the fight, though, by a nice shot from Elk. And it's Assum and Elk going blow for blow in the gunslinger battle here. But the big Baron buff assist from EDG is actually working for them.
Love the TP, too, from Angel, as that's going to get the bot lane in, answered by Bin. But that's all the outers being taken out by EDG, except for top. Angel, though. Uh-oh.
He just gets flashed on. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no.
It's like easy
Dragon.
Work. That's Dragon.
Probably Dragon now. And Assum's in trouble. He got slowed.
Oh, yeah, he's down too. Bin just picked everything up. He literally was just auto-attacking and running at people. And sometimes that's all you need. You can see the frustration there on the side of EDG. They realized they were getting into a good position, and now all of that's gone.
I mean, I think that the TP, it's a decent idea from Angel to use the Baron, pressure the inners, and set up that Dragon, but Bin TP'd. It's not like you can't see that. He just overstayed and didn't respect the fact that Bin had flash up. So it was a really positive play for EDG. Now bouncing back in BLG's favor. They're looking to knock down this mid inhibitor. It should fall. And now it's about how hard they want to press.
And unfortunately, against a team at the caliber of BLG, one slip up means you just fell off a cliff, my friend. There is no rope holding you up. There's nothing there. You're just free falling because they will just dissect the map away from you. And we see another Dragon giving BLG sole point and so much decision-making priority around that next spawn of Dragon in 5 minutes.
Oh, man. I mean, again, this TP, it's coming. It's not like you can't see this if you're Angel. He's just greeting for the turret. Isn't able to even set up a slow on Bin. Didn't have the flick or the rocks at the start. Bin just easy flash after he pretty much DPS'd Angel down. Does have a wit's end, so much better in the 1v1 and then this matchup too. And then Assum, no flash again. Bin just able to chase him. I mean, it's not like what EDG got incredibly outplayed. Just didn't respect the map, and Bin able to punish.
We're going to see if they can actually find anything looking at this kind of topside play. Because Wei was setting up for such a long... Okay, Angel will see
He saw Angel. Oh, that he got the flick out. That could be big.
Okay, Xiaohao looking for it on the Wei. Wei's already about half health. Gets chunked even a little bit more. Xiaohao, he's going to hit the clone there. Not going to follow up anything else. EDG are stuck, though. They need to be a little careful. I mean, I don't think ZDZ has an exit except for his flash. They're literally just playing into a choke point right now. EDG got to get out of there, man. Signal the red flag. Or white flag, I guess. The red flag for BLG as they will press them away. There's no objectives on the map, though, for another minute or so about Baron coming up. The BLG will take that map presence.
It's pretty wild seeing like the Talia walls and the Enchanted Crystal arrows being used to shut down a Jhin ultimate at this point of the game. And like even On throwing himself in front of the ECA to stop it. I think that was the right call, but yeah, I mean, really interested to see what happens as we have gotten to the late game. First time of the night in this series is EDG trying to show some signs of life against the top dogs in BLG.
I like that.
You know?
I mean, it is a rebuild era for EDG. It's trying to figure out what works with some pieces that have been no names around the LPL over these last couple of years. And it's nice to see a little bit of life in it. As now we're getting to those 4th item spikes for everybody on EDG, except obviously me. We'll be getting close to that as well for BLG. A little bit of a lead, not much at this state in the game. 2K is nothing. BLG setting up to potentially do a Baron on spawn.
Yeah, that's the one big concern for me is that at this point of the game, it is nothing, and sometimes you have to go back to the fundamentals, which is scaling. and angles and how we want to play these fights. And EDG showing as 5, not seeing Wei. Goodbye Xiaohao here.
Wei's still got the
try
flight.
and sniff him out, but yeah, I mean, we see where Assum
he
is. Here we
he
go.
wants Assum. Okay, he wanted to get the angle. He didn't get the big Cloud Strike side. Xiaohao now being forced out of the right of the fight. Now you actually have BLG pushing. They have forced shot here from Elk. He could flash for it and look for it, but they're not going to follow up anymore, as that GA would have gotten popped if they did. Would be a nice pop, though. Xiaohao didn't have his GA to play that aggressively. BLG didn't get anything out of that fight. We'll back off towards mid. EDG already there. Xiaohao getting a little bit lower as well, trying to use some of that speed. On gets chunked here. Angel, he's in a fight for his life right now against Ben, who's just auto-attacking him from hell. Dodge, weave, Meganar coming up, and here comes BLG. Knight on the back line. He's going to go golden, and Ben, he comes back with a vengeance onto Angel. You thought you had him, but you were so far from the truth.
I mean, this was like a really long series of plays. It started with Wei trying to set up onto Assum, didn't have flash up, but did pop the ult and got the flash at Angel in the initial skirmish. And EDG lost the health bar war from there. They didn't reset. They didn't want to give up the map. I think that's what bit them in the end. That and the killer instinct from Bin. And Xiaohao is going to fall, and this is going to be a 3-0 for BLG.
You just look at the faces on EDG, and it feels bad, especially ZDZ getting the gangplank 1 and 7. But it is BLG, the expected victor, the dominant force in the LPL in 2025. And they come away with their first series victory, a 3-0 sweep in Group C to go to 1-0 and to tie TT.
Hey, it wasn't the cleanest day for BLG, but for a debut, it got to see some of that solid late game team fighting that we always know this team for. And I really love how they play towards their win cons always. Like, this is a team where I think that BLG always has a good idea of how to win the game at many stages of the game. And in that last one, when EDG were giving them the toughest time, you can still see at the end the solutions. Talked a lot about, hey, you're going up against all these throws. Do not front to back. We saw EDG abuse that, like that Baron pickup, knowing that there were no flashes in the game. That was a great call from EDG, but then later on, just not, you know, protecting each side of the jungle, trying to play through mid. It just opening up to more angles, and BLG took full advantage of that in the end.
Full advantage of it, and this team is on fire as well. I'm very excited to see what the possibilities are. This was a team we haven't gotten to see yet. They did not play at the Demacia Cup, but they haven't skipped a beat. Even if some of those early games don't look good, even if this game 3 still end up being a very close one, this is a scrappy team that knows how to try to finish out games once they get a little bit of a lead. And that little bit of a lead gets exploded so quickly. Comes off the back of Knight. That man is in his evil era. I don't know. The sway didn't look that great, but then in the end, he has a big impact in it. And it's really just a team of stars that we've highlighted consistently that ends up being a massive victor in this one.
The guy's a hell of a player, and I don't think the Swain pick is what I would expect to see him pick in Game 5 of a big series, but hey, it was wasn't pretty, but it was fun, and we will take that sometimes.
We will take that.
It was an Orianna angle, man. You don't have to be too fancy about it, but hey, you know what?
Can you imagine Orianna? That I actually feel like it would have been pretty nuts.
I was screaming for the Orianna pick in that draft. I really was, so yeah.
But hey, Knight does what he wants, all right? Knight does what he wants, especially when you're on the verge of potentially breaking records in the LPL in terms of trophies held. Really awesome stuff, and really cool to see BLG start off strong. The fact that it's TT and BLG are the ones at the top of Group C right now, I'm very excited to see what happens in the future. And that's what, going back to that kind of format.
Yeah, a little bit of a surprise taking down LNG, but outside of that, no surprises really in this week as we are wrapping things up for the first week of play.
We're getting close. We're getting close. We still got Top Esports versus WE tomorrow. That one's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm trolling. That's right. Sorry, I'm in. It's my
end
of the week for LPL.
We're getting close. We're getting close. You're almost right. You're almost right. Technically, it's today.
See, you're trolling me. That I was right.
Well, it's 4 a.m. for us here on the West Coast, so you know. There you go. No,
man,
but
guy tried to save his own ass in front of me.
Yeah, true. Throw you under the bus instead.
It's an old favorite tradition of us, you know, trying to get each other like that. Yeah.
If you ever followed on an ACL, you know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. And apparently, if you know about BLG, because There's not, like, we've literally talked circles around this team because there is so much storytelling to have behind Wei's kind of readaptation to this team and things, and Knight and Bin. But can I just talk about a single moment? We're going to get to highlights of it. But Bin was literally just running at people and killing them on Gnar, and it was despicable. And it's awesome to see that killer instinct on a guy that we know is so lethal when he gets resources given to him.
Yeah, I mean, Bin is someone that we talked in the last game when he got MVP, and he's the MVP for this game as well.
Probably.
There was some discussion last game. There's none for me this game. But it feels like he gets all the little things right. And then because of that, it just enables him to do other things that no one else in this game can do at times. And he has these champions where it feels like any and all lane matchups that he can pick or pick up, it's just Bin's going to win it. And Cassante is one of them. Gnar is another. We saw both today. He's disgustingly good at these champions at the highest level. And he finds these things and angles that no one else can find. And it's what makes Bin so exciting and makes him a true superstar in this game that we have.
I was always a fan in that little stint of his combination with Wei, and I'm glad that they're reunited in permanency, at least for this year so far. There were still, again, it was like a 40-minute game. So it's not like EDG didn't give them a run for their money, and that's where some of that cleanliness we were asking about. But then in some of the crucial moments, you give one thing to BLG, and it just snowballs away from them.
I mean, if this game went differently, we'd be sitting here singing the praises of Angel, who was...
Yeah,
he's the one that got them back in this game. This play was crazy. He never moved
Him and
in.
Xiaohao.
Use that to hit the flick and then flash forward to pop the concussive blows. Like, man, you cannot play that better if you're Angel. Saw some nice plays. The setup mid to get kills on Knight, too. Of course, he gets caught out here being flashless from the last fight, but still saw some really good moments from Angel on the Talia. And this game, at least, is something that some EDG fans can run with moving forward. Hopefully, in Split 1 and for the rest of this year.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Maybe looking at spring. I don't know. No, it's just one series. We'll see what happens to the rest of the group. But things do not get easier once you lose in this kind of format that we have in the first split of LPL. But it's supposed to be a tester. It's supposed to be just to get the action going, and we're getting a lot of action, even though we've had 2 3-0s in a row. Our first 2 3-0s of the split so far. It's because we're finally getting into the meat of the LPL and seeing some of the best players to do it. And literally, you're going to see a deja vu here after this one because he does it multiple times to finish out the game.
Now, if it wasn't for that play from Angel, I mean, I really feel like Angel would have been the second best player in this lobby. But yeah, I mean, Bin gets MVP just for this play alone. And to be fair to Bin and BLG, he was the one that got caught out bot that kind of started the bad series of events that got EDG going. So Bin able to save in the end with not just one good play, but 2 is flashing over Angel here and just able to hit Mega, baited so many cooldowns towards himself and really opened things up for his team to do work in the back half of this fight.
And Knight had some impact somewhere. he was
Knight was vibing on swing.
He was holding space, Cubby. He was holding space. I got him with that. Man, I've broken Cubby like 2 or 3 times now.
He was popping R with the wings, defying gravity, and holding space, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, dude, those
it all ties
were
together.
Something else, man. Oh, my God.
It all comes together.
Well played, Bennett. Yeah, you got me good on that one, yeah.
Yeah, I did. Hey, that's the synergy over years, you know?
Yeah.
It was a good time. Then apparently BLG had a great time. I really love to see the the kind of picks that they're willing to bring out, and especially in a fearless format. But it didn't even feel like fearless really affected this. It just felt like they were trying to have fun with it. But I do think that kind of seeing these different picks come out is super important. Did get the Gnar MVP for Bin, so you will get the double MVP of this first best of 5.
That's an easy one, as Bin was fantastic
True.
at the back half of this game. Big difference maker on the Gnar, something that we have come to expect out of Bin as a player, and especially on champions like this, where it always feels like he makes his presence felt.
It always does. We're going to see a couple of the in-between clips that we didn't get to see in the last one, like that one right there where he just singles out Assum. And we also get a little clip of the Knight play here in the Raptor, which I still think is so dirty. Not able to be touched there, but okay, we do get to see this one again. Why not? Because no, it was so good the first time. And that flash, lethal as hell. Gigabin is
the
alive
last
and well.
2 flashes to just flash on Angel's face and DPS him down. Like, that is top tier Gnar play, man. When it comes to Gnar, I really feel like Bin and Zeus just two people that are on another level when it comes to this champion. And good to see that from Bin today.
He was just cooking them.
Wow.
Yeah. Man.
Jeez.
That's why I love the LPL. We get to watch players like this play the game that we all love and get to enjoy it while we do so. Even though it was a 3-0, I still cannot believe that my luck is this bad, that I've gotten 2 3-0s in a row for my first cast of the LPL. Never happened before I put on the LPL. This is going on 5 years.
Never happened, really. That's too bad.
That's
well,
crazy.
Lennon, I hope you get better luck in the upcoming series. You know, you're going to be doing a lot of heavy lifting on this stream. And yeah, before we wrap, I got to do the Ko-Fi.
I could do it unless you want to do it. Up to you.
Where is it? I
got you, boo boo. I got you.
Oh,
I love doing these things.
Oh.
I'm also part of the admin, so you know I get to chill a little bit.
Oh, you gotta flex that on me now too. Yeah.
I talked earlier a little bit about our Ko-Fi that we set up. Please, if you have a chance, go check it out. Thank you very much to our elite Ko-Fi supporter and Superis, Aaron. Sorry, Superis. As
first one.
Their
time.
Their pledged financial contribution helps level up the broadcast in so many ways. It allows us to give you awesome content, allows us to pay the people in the back seat, because this is all fan-made, this is all volunteer. So being able to give back at all to these very passionate people and provide you with a broadcast like this is why we do it. So huge shout out to Aaron, and thank you all for loving the LPL as much as we do. Cubby, it was a pleasure to get to cast with you again, man. I know we got to cast a little bit in Demacia Cup, but I'm looking forward to more this season. Thank you all for tuning in for a wonderful night of the LPL. We'll be right back tomorrow, same time, same place, with Top Esports versus WE. You don't want to miss that one. We'll see you there.